Gillian sent me or sent us on Skype Hobbit accent challenge. So I'm gonna do that right now because I feel like it. Um, okay, name, Hannah. Username, don't let the halo fool you. Name of your blog is... oh crap, I can't remember. It was not of the dead man himself. I became afraid, I'm pretty sure is what it is right now. I changed it a lot. Where do you live? I live in Michigan, which is in the United States. I have an accent supposedly similar to, like, low Canadian. I don't really think... I mean, it's pretty Midwestern, really. But, my dad's been mistaken for a Canadian before. Okay. Pronounce these words. Hobbit, dwarves, Bilbo Baggins, Thorin Oakenshield, Feely, Keely, Balin, Dwalin, Beffer, Boffer, Bomber, Ori, Nori, Dory, Oin, Gloin, Gandalf the Grey, Radagast the Brown, Thranduil, Bjorn, Smaug, Bag End, the Shire, Erebor, the Lonely Mountain, Laketown, Mirkwood, Orchrist, Glamdring, Sting, Far over the misty mountains cold. Think furnace with wings. Mithrandir, ponies, Ered Luin, Azog the Defiler, Mountain Troll, Kuzdul. If there's a key, there must be a door. Who is your favorite character and why? If it's not a dwarf, who is your favorite dwarf? Well, it is a dwarf. I mean, okay, there's two. Like, originally I saw it and I loved Boffer, because he's such a sweetheart and he's so... I mean, I've only seen the first movie yet, so I need to see the second one still. I know. I will see it, but currently it's actually Thorin because of his dwarf pain and because Richard Armitage is beautiful. But and his voice is amazing and he's so angsty, man. It's awesome. But Boffer's the sweetest, and I just love how affectionate he is, and he's very, like, cute and witty, and I've loved James Nesbitt ever since seeing, Jekyll with him in it, so that helped too. Yeah, I think that's enough. Least favorite character? Trying to think of one. I guess Azog? I don't really like... no, probably the Goblin King. Because as much as, like, I liked his lines and stuff, I didn't like how they had him animated. I didn't like that big jangly bit on his chin. And just that whole, like, he looked so fake. I mean, like, you know those times when you see a movie and you're watching and you like, you're immersed in it, and then suddenly you see something... Suddenly you see something that's really, really obviously fake, like CGI or whatever. That was one of those times, and it really took me out of it, and I didn't like that very much. So that whole sequence, but specifically the Goblin King. Read the first paragraph of the first chapter. In a hole in the ground, there lived a hobbit. Not a nasty, dirty, wet hole filled with the ends of worms and an oozy smell, nor yet a dry, bare, sandy hole with nothing in it to sit down on or to eat. It was a hobbit hole, and that means comfort. Would you rather want to be a hobbit, a dwarf, or an elf? Well, this is kind of different because I consider myself, like, I'm pretty sure I would be a hobbit because I'm short and I love food and comforts of home and staying home and not doing anything but staying home because I'm a homebody. But I would probably, if I had a choice, I'd want to be an elf because they're so amazing and beautiful and strong and they live forever and people love them. But I also like dwarves and I would love to have facial hair. Is that weird? Should I not say that I would love to have facial hair? I don't mean it in a weird way. I mean, like, I would love it if women had facial hair and it was, like, accepted and looked, like, beautiful. Like, people thought it was beautiful. Or, like, hair wasn't a bad thing for women to have. But anyway, so, like, there's advantages to all of these things. But I would also like to be a man. I mean, like, the race, a man. I mean, I know I technically am a man, but I mean, in Lord of the Rings universe, you know, Middle Earth, like, Shield Maiden, whatever, Shield Maiden type of a thing, fighting people, riding horses, and that'd be kind of cool. OTP and or OTF. I don't really ship anything. Oh my gosh, that's a lie. Okay, I just remembered what I ship. Grima, Eowyn. Yeah, I'm one of those. Two Towers is my favorite Lord of the Rings, but talking about The Hobbit, I don't ship anything. That's why I was stumped for a second there. I guess one true friendship, probably the developing relationship between Thorin and Bilbo. Because like I said, I haven't seen the second movie, but if it continues, like, that's going to be super heartbreaking, which is going to be fun. Recite either a part of Misty Mountains or Blunt the Knives. Bonus points if you sing it. Well, I love Blunt the Knives, but Misty Mountains is easier to sing and shorter. So I'm going to do the whole thing, hopefully. Okay. Far over the misty mountains cold, to dungeons deep and caverns old, we must away ere break of day, to find our long forgotten gold. The pines were roaring on the height, the winds were moaning in the night. The fire was red, it flaming spread, the trees like torches blazed with light. There you go. Finally, favorite line or scene from the book or movie. This is really hard. I haven't seen the first movie in a long time, probably since it was actually in theaters, and I haven't seen the second one yet. But as far as the book goes, this is going to have spoilers. I'm going to read it to you. Spoilers. Look away now. There is more in you of good than you know, child of the kindly west. Kindly? Kindly? Oh boy. There's more of good in you. You know what? I'm ticked off now. There is more in you of good than you know, child of the kindly west. Some courage and some wisdom blended in measure. If more of us valued food and cheer and song above hoarded gold, it would be a merrier world. But sad or merry, I must leave it now. Farewell.